So before I show you this exercise, I just want to make it very clear. I'm showing and demonstrating this exercise on a box, but you can absolutely use a bench. So if you only have access to a bench where you would usually use your dumbbells, then that's absolutely fine. I'm just demoing on a box because that's what I had access to. Okay, so from here, I've taken my body down and I've placed my upper back onto the box and placed my elbows onto the box. So I'm going to walk you through how to set up now, just to go back through that. So we slide down the bench, we place the shoulder blades, our lower part of our shoulder blades, on the box or bench, and we want to pin our elbows down. Our feet are going to go underneath our knees, and then from here just take a moment to squeeze your glutes at the top and just have a play around. Does that feel right to you? To me it didn't. I felt like I needed to go up on the bench a little bit more, and I also felt that I needed to play around with my feet. So spend a bit of time setting up before you go. Squeeze your glutes hard at the top. As you lower down, you're going to drive your glutes back towards the bench or the box, feeling a stretch in your glutes. And as you come up, really focus on actually squeezing your bum to the top. Don't just focus on hips. Your hips will just swing through the movement. We really want to focus on driving the glutes up to the top, big squeeze. Now I'm playing around with where I'm putting my hands, so I had my hands supporting my head, and I'm also popping my hands on my hips. Now for some people, they might find that they are quite short and they can't bring their hips up high enough to engage their glutes. So I'm just showing you a variation now of how you can actually adapt this. So for example, if your bench is quite high or your box is quite high, you might want to get a step like this, or even a weights plate, and pop it underneath your feet. All right, so I'm going to show you here. Again, I'm placing my upper body onto the box, and then I'm going to drive my hips up, and I feel like I can really engage my glutes here just because I've made the depth slightly shorter. Okay, so if you find that you're really struggling to feel your glutes, you might find that either lowering the box or bench might be helpful, or popping something underneath your feet. Just remember, in a hip thrust, we don't want to throw our head back, so supporting your head can also be a really good idea. Now, I just wanted to take a bit of time to talk about where you should place your head and your eyes, because it's really important that we don't throw our neck back. So as you're coming up, we want to keep our chin tucked in. So imagine you're giving yourself 20 million double chins. I often find supporting my head like this, popping my hands behind my head, is really helpful. So make sure you're not throwing your head back. Your chin should stay tucked throughout and look towards your kneecaps. Now, the final thing that I want to add here is just about your breath. So using your pelvic floor breathing techniques discussed in the members area, I want you to combine your pelvic floor breathing as you come up to the top, breathing out and really connecting your pelvic floor, and think about drawing the belly button back up and towards you and really wrapping those core muscles around. This exercise is really easy to kind of like blow out in your tummy, and we don't want that to happen. We want to contract that core. So think about doing that. Don't just come up and like push your belly out. We want to think about actually contracting those deeper core muscles.